Howdy folks, this is the 4K Wi-Fi action camera sent to me by TomTop for the review. Thanks very much TomTop. This camera costs around about, at the time of this review, $45 US or 60-ish Australian dollars. That's ridiculously cheap. I suspect that underneath the skin this is an SJ cam of some description. It seems to be exactly the same shape, same accessories, looks exactly the same as an SJ cam. But it's only $60. Let's have a look at what's inside the box. Here's the crazy amount of accessories that you get with the 4K sports cam. You get the manual, a cleaning cloth, a charging adapter. Have to get an Australian plug for that. USB cable, spare housing door, a 30-meter underwater housing, a remote, watch style remote control, a naked housing, which I really like, the clip for the naked housing, a leash, cable leash, sticky pads, different GoPro style mounts. All of these are compatible with GoPro too, which is just amazing. If you want $60 worth of GoPro accessories, just buy this camera, throw the camera away and you've got the accessories. Cable ties, straps, handlebar mount. It's just ridiculous the amount of accessories, sticky pads. But of course all of this doesn't matter if the image quality from the camera doesn't stack up. So what we have to find out is, does this have $60 worth of image quality? Here's the wrist-mounted remote control, and you push the red button to start still photography. Push it again to stop, and push the grey button to start video recording. And push to stop again. It also has an associated app for smartphones. We turn the Wi-Fi on. Wi-Fi's turned on there. Start up the app. And there we have it. So you can operate some functions. Not enough storage on the card, I've been using it up too much. Change a few settings. Stop and start recording. It's a 4K with 30 frames a second. That's incredible. 2.7K, 10K, 1080-60, 1080-30, and a lot of the other ones. Recording sound, yes. Time-lapse, loop recording, slow motion. Photo modes, we've got 16 megapixel images, time-lapse, auto shooting, drama shot, whatever that is. Then you can change some of the general settings, exposure, white balance, turn the Wi-Fi on and off. So let's have a look at some of the still images, and they're not too bad really. They're reasonably sharp, but there's a lot of noise reduction and sharpening going on, so there's sort of no real fine detail. It looks a bit cartoonish, or a bit posterized, but it's quite a usable image. 16 megapixel, certainly usable, nice and bright, but over sharpened and the fine detail is missing. Certainly good enough for action cam status though. And this is some time lapse that I've done, one shot every 3 seconds to show what can be done. And the photos were sort of compiled into a video in an app called Timelapse Assembler. Here's the video, which is quite reasonable, but there's a bit of a problem. The video files, they're MP4s, are not compatible with iPhoto. This is what they look like if you try and export them or import them straight in. You get this red colour. So what I had to do was open them up in QuickTime and export them as MOV files. Quite quick and easy, but it limits it to 1080p. Then it works in iMovie. It has 4x digital zoom, which I'd avoid. The picture just looks terrible when you zoom right in. And finally I'll do an audio test just to see what the sound quality is like. So this is a sound quality test. I'm about arm length away from my mouth, talking at a normal conversation level, and I wonder how the audio sounds. So you can see there are some audio problems. There's about a second lag and the quality isn't all that good. So would I recommend it? Well, The accessories are definitely worth it. The camera, the parts of the camera that work are okay. They're definitely $60 worth of image quality, I think. The incompatibility with iMovie may be a Mac thing, I'm not too sure. If someone has used this camera with a PC, please let me know if they have the same issues. I think if you have a bit of extra money, it's worth saving up and getting a SJCam M20 also from TomTop. If all you have is $60, or if you want a stocking filler or something like that, then this camera may be worth it, as long as you can deal with the few little bugs. Thanks for watching.